Good morning, good morning. So I'm back after a little bit of a break over the Christmas period. Once again, on behalf of myself and Jane, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good time. The weather, to be honest, over the last few days has been really from one extreme to the other. And today the weather is glorious, actually. We had really bad weather yesterday and throughout the night. Heavy rain, thunder, lightning, everything very, very frightening, to put it into the word Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody. However, today, absolutely glorious today. And if you can see just in front of us there, that's a little grave that we had to dig on Christmas Eve for our little fellow that passed away, called Jax, bless him. He come to what do you call it, FI, which cats are from, and so buried him over there just underneath what we call the modern sculpture. Right, so bless you, little Jack. Christmas with us this year, bless him. Anyway, so how things at the moment? Well, as you can see, the weather is improved. Looking over, sun is peeking through at the moment. Everything is. People are back to work, believe it or not. People are out doing their olives. You can see the fires going in distance, which says they're burning their olive wood and that up over the hills there. You can just see smoke coming up from behind over there, looking towards the hills, going down towards Kerry, and also Pandacrata as well is in that direction as well. But yeah. So there you go, people are back to work. And what's been going on over these last few days? Well, quite actually, everything that's happening. So let's go up onto the veranda, say hello to Lily down there, with something to drink, and let's crack on with the news. Nice to see a few people already turning up to say hello. Emma Marco, nice to see you looking in. Also Andrew the Fridge Watkins over there in Wales, nice to see you looking in as well. Let me just quickly turn the screen round so you can see my dulcet face after 3 days of drinking, eating and generally having a good time. Fasting days, although when I weighed myself this morning I hadn't put too much on, which was good. Right, let's have a quick look at what's been going on then, as he suddenly loses his news. Hang on a minute. There we go. Right, so it's December the 28th, 2020. It's a Monday, believe it or not. And for those people who are not aware, it's Boxing Day for you still in UK, as because Boxing Day yesterday was on a Sunday, it seems yet one on a Monday. So you've got a bit of extra time off there. Lucky you. Anyway, also just to let you know, the old Star of Bethlehem is still here. Doing it, supposedly still here until the end of the year. So Jane was out checking on that last night. And also a reminder as well, don't forget, if you want to book for next year at Magdalena's Bar and Suites and Apartments in Silverby, Dennis has still got his special on, 10% discount up until the end of February. So just get online and have a check of those out on Silverby Studio. Interruption. Okay, right. Also, as well, hang on, let me just go and let little Nelly in. He's wanting to go in the house. Here you go, darling. Let's get you in. In you go. There you go. Bless her. Otherwise, she'll be meowing all the way through. Right. Let's get back to the news then. Right. On Christmas Eve, good news. Greece marked green on the latest map for the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control for the coronavirus. This means that the test positive rate for corona fell below 4% last week, and the notification rate is lower than 25 per 100,000. Now, I do know the UK was using 20 100,000 as their marker, but now we are down in zone nationally in regards to, or European-wise, in regards to the virus. The downward trend was also noted during the last briefing by the representatives of the Greek Health Ministry as well, which is also good news as well on that. Anyway, COVID within the last 24 hours. I've not bothered going through all of the stats since I last spoke to you, but basically in the last 24 hours, everything does seem to be on a downward turn over these last few days. 342 new infections were recorded yesterday, which was down. Total infections to date was 135,456, of which 52.4% were male. As for deaths are also down as well. We had 53 deaths in the country, which now brings the total up to 4,606. The average age of those passing away was 79 years of age, and 95.7% of those people who passed away had underlying health problems or were over the age of 70. But deaths are also down as well. As for critical cases in hospitals, they're also down at the moment. At the moment, we've got 469 people in ICUs across the country. 319 of those are male, 150 of those are female. The average age of critical patients at the moment is 67 years of age, and 78.6% of those have underlying health conditions or are over the age of 70s. So we are seeing a downward trend. Also, yesterday on Sunday, the start of vaccinations of COVID-19 started here in Greece, and also across the European Union. The initial supply of the Pfizer biotech vaccine was received in Greece, and that consisted of 9,750 doses, with a further 429,000 doses expected by the end of January, and another 333,450 doses by the end of February. Now, these quantities are likely to be substantially increased as the further vaccines are approved by the European Medical Agency. The agency is scheduled to meet on January the 6th to approve the Moderna vaccine, which is the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which is likely to follow afterwards. So you've got about 3 different vaccines that are going to be being rolled out, 2 of which are already here, and 1 obviously on the way. Anyway, as regards to coronavirus here on the island, we've had 2 new cases over the holiday period. A 40-year-old was diagnosed on Sunday with coronavirus. The person felt unwell, went to the hospital for a test, was found to have mild symptoms, was tested positive, and then was placed into the coronavirus clinic on Christmas Day after a test was performed at the Zakynthos General Hospital. Now, also, there was a 41-year-old who also didn't feel well, went to the hospital. She was tested for COVID-19 and found to be positive, and because of her condition, doctors admitted her also to the coronavirus clinic as well. So at the moment, there's just been 2 new cases over the Christmas period. Now, interestingly, this is the one that will make people's eyebrows raise. 9 people were arrested shortly after midnight on Christmas Day on illegal gambling charges in Zakynthos. According to information, villagers had turned an isolated farmhouse in Agiolentis into a club. Yeah. And during the raid, police caught people playing illegal card games, also breaking the restrictive measures of the pandemic regulations. And police seized 3,225 euros. That was the money that they were playing with. They also seized a shotgun. And also interesting, they also seized explosives and fuse cord as well while these guys were playing cards. Anyway, the owner of the house, they were fined 3,000 euros for obviously running illegal or having more than 2 people from different, locations in the house. All the men that were playing cards there were also fined €300, believe it or not, for not wearing masks. And they also spent the day in jail as well on Christmas Day. Haven't had any repercussions yet as the fallout of that, but we'll keep our eye on that story. But there you go. A bit of an expensive game of cards for some people on Christmas Day. Anyway, also just another thing to note that, as you're probably aware, the courier services here have been absolutely inundated over the Christmas period. There's been a huge amount of problems with deliveries. I know there's people like myself who are still waiting for the arrival of parcels, but the ELTA Courier service, which is part of the post office, ELTA is the courier side of the business. They've actually now said today that they're stopping taking any more deliveries of people wanting to get parcels sent. So they've now decided not to allow any more parcels to be received by them to be forwarded on to wherever they have to go. And they've said that they're going to run that up until January the 8th because of the backlog that they've got at the moment is quite incredible. So they've said to people now at the moment, no more parcels to be given to us to be delivered. We can't cope at the moment. We've got a massive backlog, and so they have stopped taking any more parcels up until January the 8th, just to clear the backlog of parcels that they already have that they still haven't delivered yet. And I think one of them is mine. All right. So I thought I'd let you know about that. And finally, then, yeah, the Greek Prime Minister was one of the first people to get the vaccine. He got that yesterday afternoon, believe it or not, at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday. So as the Greek press are calling it, a historic day for the country. Mr. Mitsotakis was vaccinated at the Achaeon Hospital in the presence of the infectious diseases professor, Socrates Terestas. Mr. Mitsotakis then said that the injection was painless, and immediately after receiving the vaccine, while wishing the nurses a good start, he said, "This is a great day for the European Union. I believe that as the vaccination progresses, we find that the vaccination is safe, and those who are suspicious will be convinced that this is the right thing to do. Anyway, I believe that today all Greek women and all Greeks are smiling under their masks," the Prime Minister said in a dramatic form, stressing that the goal in the coming months is to vaccinate the vast majority of Greeks. He hasn't mentioned expat foreigners in there. However, the vaccine is the only way to take our lives back into our own hands and be able to write new glorious pages in the history of our country in this embatic year, the beginnings which mark the 200th anniversary of the Greek Revolution. So there you go, all bluff and blunder and big speeches, and again the 200th anniversary of the Greek Revolution against the Ottoman Empire back in the 1800s. So again, 1821 by the way, if you're wondering on the date. But again, there you go. So that's the news for today. Just to let you know, can I just say thank you to all those people who listened in to my Christmas Day show, or either downloaded the Christmas Day show. The Christmas Day show charted yesterday, and I was really chuffed about this. No reggae was played, so it didn't go in the reggae chart. It just went in the pop chart, but it charted at number 82, and I was chuffed about that because I didn't think it would get picked up at all, but it did. Went into number 82, even though I was in 2 categories of Christmas music. It didn't pick up in any of those. And the show before that, show 21, that also charted as well. And that charted at number 44 in the reggae chart. So at the moment, the shows that I do twice a week are doing well. Now, my next show is going to be on Friday, and that will be the last show of 2021. I'm not going to do anything for New Year's Eve or anything else like that. But that will be my last show for 2020. That will be on Friday. On Wednesday. I'm losing the days of the week here. Yeah, Wednesday, okay, the 30th. So any requests, any dedications, I know there's a couple of people I didn't get their requests in the Christmas show, and I do apologise for that. Just pop them below in the bottom, and I'm going to have a quick look at the UK chart over the year, some of the number ones, not all of them, but some of them that kind of, I thought, well, that was a good tune for the year. Because, again, I think even the UK chart this year has been all over the place and hasn't been a great consistency of the music that's been out there in the mainstream, as it were. But anyway, let's have a look who's tuning in. Anyway, Emma Marku, nice to see you. Andrew the Fridge Watkins, nice to see you. Andrew the Fridge Watkins says, morning, Ginge, from a cold white Wales. Oh, you've got snow. Oh, do you know what? We'd love to have had a bit of snow. All we had was thunder and lightning yesterday. Gav Kitchen is also watching. Nice to see you there, Gav. Ex-Raffridge buddy. Kate Grayson is also watching as well. Colin Fillinson is watching. Not sure who Colin Fillinson is, but nice to see you. A new face. That's nice to see. Amanda Gregory is also watching. I hope you had a good Christmas, my lovely. Who else have we got there? Dennis is looking in as well. Nice to see you looking in, Dennis. I hope you had a great Christmas as well. Lindsay Lamb is also looking in. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Andy Orchard, I know, was working over Christmas. Nice to see you here, fella. I hope you weren't too rushed off your feet. He's a paramedic over there in the UK. So nice to see you here, sir. Graham Chisholm is also tuned in as well. Dave Cramp is also tuning in as well. Nice to see you. He says, morning, buddy. Nice to see you as well. I hope you had a good Christmas. Jamie Brown is also watching as well. Nice to have you. That's a new face, Jamie Brown as well. David Lowry is watching as well. Nice to see you here. Also, Steve Hinkling as well from Stoke-on-Trent. It says, Gallimera from a snowy UK. So they've got snow in Stoke as well. And can I just say, Steve, your photographs of you being Santa over this Christmas period, absolutely brilliant photographs. And what's more, he had real reindeer as well, where he was doing his Santa thing. And I thought that was fantastic. And the pictures were lovely as well, mate. Matt Williams is also watching. Gabby Marks is watching. Nice to see you there, Gav. DJ as well up there in Edinburgh. I don't know how you're going to get on over the New Year period. I don't know if the restrictions are still going to be in place, especially if you're in Edinburgh, and that's a place to be on New Year's Eve, that is for sure. Hopefully some common sense will come to mind from the wee cranky who might reopen everything up for Hogmanay. Andy Orchard again says, morning, Ginge. Louise Green is tuning in as well. Lovely to see you here, Louise. I hope everything is cool over there in the Irish Republic. Chick Ballantyne is watching as well. Nice to see you there, Chick, as well. Ex-Raffridge buddy. Philip Ellis is also, that is her name as well. I think he's Raffridge as well. Nice to see you there, Phil. Stuart Davidson, nice to have you tuning in as well. Sharon Gormley is watching as well. Nice to see you here, my lovely. She lives on the island. I'm not sure whereabouts, but she's here. And the weather today is glorious at our bit of the island. I hope it's like that up at yours. Tony Dodgy Barrow is also watching as well. Nice to see you there as well. Steve Mason is watching. Tommy Burns is watching as well, Raffridge buddy. Sid James, he's tuning in. I hope you've had a good Christmas, mate. Kevin Carhill is also watching as well. Lyndon from Wales is also tuning in. Have you got snow down over there where you are in Wales, near Cardiff? Because Andrew the Fridge has got it where he is. I wonder if you've got it where you are. Matt Pickard is looking in as well. Neil Brown is tuning in as well. Teresa Ann Huggett is also tuning in as well. Linda and Gary in Essex, the artist, Mr. Picasso, he's tuning in. Lovely to have you looking in as well, fella. James Hughes is watching as well. Kaylee Campbell's watching. Dawn Hallsworth. Lovely pictures of you in your camper van driving about in the Christmas period. That looks so delightful, actually. What a way to do Christmas, in a van. A nice luxury camper van. But anyway, nice to have you tuning in as well. Christina Plant as well tuning in. And that's it with everybody. Can I just say thank you once again for all the support, all the shout outs. And also just the interaction as well. It makes it all worth it. And it's been nice these last couple of days of not having to worry about news or getting a blog out or anything else like that. Kind of had a chance to refresh our batteries and also looking towards 2021. And once again, show on Wednesday, normal times, 5 o'clock Greek time, 3 o'clock UK time. 2 and a bit hours of music, reflection of 2021, looking at the charts, looking at the music. I'll also be looking through my database at the most played songs that I played in 2021 and see if we can guess what that song is. It'll be interesting to see what the computer throws back at me. But then again, if you want to request a dedication or you want to send a message, just pop it down below in the comments. Come and join me either live or watch the show as a download from the Dropbox. I've got to be honest, the Dropbox is working really well at the moment. People downloading the program, they can see the pictures, hear the music, no problems with buffering or anything else like that. And of course, it goes up as audio onto Mixcloud, and in Mixcloud, that's kind of a measure of where it is globally. And it just really does still shock me and surprise me that the show's chart. And I think of the thousands of other DJs, some very big name DJs on that platform who don't chart and have a lot more people subscribed, a lot more people listening in. I'm just amazed at how it just keeps happening. So whatever I'm doing, I don't know, but please, for your support that keeps it going, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Right, that's it from me, from a beautiful location today. The weather is good. We've got some washing out as well. And I'll speak to you again soon, all right? So you take care. Have a great day.